Alrighty, easy bakers. So this is how I make my seafood lemon butter garlic sauce. It can go on tilapia, salmon, whatever you have is so good. These are the ingredients that you're gonna start off with, okay? In a saucepan, you're gonna add that clam juice. Then you're gonna go ahead and add your wine. I use Chardonnay for this, but you could use whatever dry wine you wanna use. And then you're gonna add a bay leaf to that pot with some garlic, diced garlic, well, minced garlic, and some onions or scallions. You're gonna go ahead and add your milk. I think that was milk. Yeah, that's milk. I add a whole milk to it. Stir it around. Well, you can use a whisk, but honey, I used what I had. Stir that around and let that come to like a little simmer boil. Then once that comes to a simmer boil, you're gonna use your whisk this time and just whisk it up. Now inside of another pot, you're gonna add a tablespoon of butter, melt that down, and add some flour. So right now what you're doing is creating a roux so it can thicken up. And once that get done, you're gonna let that cook for about a minute or so after you stir it around. Then you're gonna slowly add your clam juice sauce to that flour and butter. And it's gonna bubble up like a little bit when you first add something to it because the pot is hot and you're adding liquid to it, so it's gonna bubble up. But you're just gonna slowly add this good old juice to this pot. The key to this recipe is like low and slow. Sorry about the pot, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all out. But you see, I'm putting the whisk inside of that pot because I don't want the bay leaf to fall in just yet. Because you really, after this point, you're not gonna really need that bay leaf. That's why I'm holding it with my whisk. But I'm slowly just incorporating that juice into that flour and whisking it around really good so I won't get clumps of flour. You know, that's one of the worst things. You're gonna get a clump of flour in your food, girl. Girl, I will holler if I eat somebody's sauce and I just chewing on flour. Oh, girl, I holler. Anywho, so that's what you're gonna do. Just go ahead and add that all the way in. Whisk it up a little bit. And like I said, you will not need this bay leaf. So at this point, you wanna just go ahead and remove the bay leaf in there. And add, there she goes. She's gonna remove it. And I added two tablespoons of butter. This is the time where you're gonna start to add your butter. You're gonna add only 2 tablespoons of butter at a time. See how I just cut them in tablespoons, like a cube? You know, I found that was just taking a little too long for me to do because you see how much butter I had to do? And I was like, that is just taking too long to melt down because you want it to melt down before you add the other ones. So I said, okay, forget that. I'm finna add y'all butts in cubes. So I diced it all up in like cubes, all of those. And I was like, I'm over it. You see how it's in little cubes now, like 8 cubes. So it can melt down faster. Girl, it's already a tedious little recipe. But anyways, once you got all of your butter down, you're gonna add you some white pepper. If you don't have white pepper, you can use black pepper, but I like white pepper because it's a white drink. Then you're gonna add in your tablespoon of lemon juice. And you're gonna add some salt as well to it. And you're gonna whisk that around. And once you whisk that all around, your lemon sauce is done. Just that simple. If you can just hold on to adding that butter slowly but surely, girl, honey, you gonna be fancy. Nancy is gonna be like you at illegal seafood here in downtown Atlanta. Oh, they closed it, but it was good. But girl, y'all see me? Now you're gonna wanna taste it. You want it to be able to coat the back of a spoon. Always taste your food before you move on to adjust your seasoning. Now you're gonna start with your fish. Get you a nice good pan, line it up with foil, get you some seasoning and season your fish. Please season your fish. This is why your food tastes like hot water if you don't season your fish. So, and you're gonna use lemon pepper. I use accent and lemon pepper seasoning. I use lemon pepper seasoning so I don't have to add no lemon juice to it and it gets the pepper. But you can season your fish with whatever you want to season it with. But since you're gonna use the lemon sauce, why not season your fish with some lemon flavor too? I'm just saying. But anyways, you're gonna turn it over, pat it dry. If it's not dry, it wasn't that dry. So I used a paper towel to pat it dry, and I seasoned the other side of the fish because you eat both sides of the fish. Once you do that, you season both sides of the fish. You're gonna get your lemon sauce, and you're just gonna drizzle it over your uncooked fish because you want it to cook in that lemon sauce because it could give you that maintain thank you ma'am. That's why you do it. So you're gonna add that all over to your fish. Please reserve some sauce because you want to be able to like use a spoon and after it gets done to drizzle it over the cooked fish as well. So that's what's gonna give you that little boom boom pow pow. This heifer know how to cook, girl. This is how you gonna catch your husband, girl. Just make this for him. One day your boyfriend, he gonna want to marry you. Then you're gonna put it in the oven on 375 for 25 minutes or until it comes out nice and cooked and golden brown like this. This is how it just came out the oven. You see that? You see the garlic and the butter done just flaked up the fish. Girl, yas. Now that's how it looks. So I took some of my lemon sauce and I put it over my fish and it just give it that nice, oh, girl, look at it. Look at it, y'all. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you decide to make this and tell me how your family love it. See y'all next time.